What's up, everybody? Dr. Trevor Wilkins here, the Angry Viking Therapist, and I'm sitting out parking lot dropping off some lunch for my wife as she has to work on a Saturday. And if you didn't know, that's what real men do, is continue to treat their wives or girlfriends as if they're still dating them. Still open the door, still take them food. That way you don't end up on my couch with animosity towards each other. So while I was out here, I was reading through a couple of emails, some questions about the rational therapy video that I put up, and then weren't necessarily in a negative tone, but some questions about, Doc, you talked about having wishes over demands, that there shouldn't be demands. No, it's not that there should never be demands. There are definitely going to be demands in this world. There are demands you do the right thing. There are demands that you not hurt one another, or there may be some consequences. Listen, there's a demand if somebody were to hurt one of my kids, it's not going to be a wish anymore. I'm going to demand you not. Now, I'm probably going to act in a manner of that demand and, make demanding decisions and angry decisions. So I have to be careful with that. But we're not saying there's never shalls or demands. The problem is you keep putting the demands on things that you can't control. You keep putting demands on things that you need to not necessarily demand in the first place. Right? I demand I get this perfect. I demand you treat me with respect. I demand you not pull out in front of me. I demand I get that raise. I demand I get the promotion. You can't demand that stuff. You can wish it. And we're not saying wish like wish upon a star. I'm saying wish as in, this is something I really want to achieve. This is something I really want to happen. And the difference is, if that thing doesn't happen, then we're disappointed, frustrated, annoyed. But you've placed this demand. You cannot treat me this way. You can't treat me this way as a customer. You can't treat me this way as an employee. Shoot. Good luck making those demands. And the problem is that demands are completely irrational. There are some rational demands, but you're making irrational demands. You're making demands that you can't back up. And so now you're just pissed off about it. Like, listen, I tell people all the time, I'm sure I've been depressed in my life, but I don't think I've ever had depression. I've been anxious in my life, but I don't think I've ever had anxiety. Anger? I know anger. I know that guy. It caused me a lot of problems in my life. You want to continue to be angry? Go right ahead. Don't listen to a thing that we as rational therapists have to say about this. Listen, anger is a vice. I'll be the first to admit. Vices are things like infidelity and drinking and drugs and gambling. Anger can be a vice too. Anger feels good sometimes, at least in the moment. The problem is today's anger is causing us later problems. So we're kind of trading later problems just to be able to have that vice of today, right? We're trading later problems in our life for our right to be anger today and our right to be right today. Now, I don't know what you have seen about me so far that thinks that I'm a passive individual. I'm not. There are definitely going to be demands in my life, but it was the ones that should have been things I want or like or wish over the things that need or demands that were getting me in trouble. I was turning those into things that I thought I needed or thought I demanded. So I hope that clears up some of the wish versus demand. There's going to be demands in this world, but you can't demand all your demands. And all you're doing is pissing yourself off and making yourself angry or depressed or anxious or guilty about something you can't demand. There's a lot of things going to happen in this world that, if those things happen against you, we may need to do something about it, but you're doing it in that angry manner. There's a big difference between being overly frustrated with somebody who pulled out in front of you and demanding they not do it. The difference is 10 minutes later, you're still squeezing the steering wheel so hard you think the airbag's going to pop out. Now your kids are scared of you. How do I know that one? Rewind it a couple of minutes about where I came from of anger as a vice. As always, send me email if you need anything. Dr. Trevor at theangryvikingtherapist.com. Please hit subscribe and share, trying to get some of this message out. Thank you, everybody.